The mere saying of America first may make us sound good. Of course it's America first.
Yeah.
When I dealt with Pakistan, it was Pakistan first. That's their job. But the reality is when you make America first a bumper sticker and you pump it overseas, what you're telling them is America only. And that's not, we need to understand people around the world, we don't get up in the morning and know what's happening in Bombay. We don't know what's happening in countries in Latin America. They know what's happening in the United States. And that's not a bad thing, but that's something we need to understand. How we present ourselves matters a lot. And every American, not just at the senior levels, every American. And if we want to be members of the world community, we need to think that way.
I'm going to ask you one more annoying question about leadership, which is if when you were an active duty general and you had somebody in your command who publicly made demeaning comments about colleagues, subordinates, partners, what would be the repercussions of that?
What we look for in leaders is a complete picture, not a single thing. Leaders need to be smart. They need to be inspirational. They need to be consistent. They need to be honest. Nobody's all of those things in equal or perfect measures. Everybody's flawed, and you try to put people together. But there's a norm into which you can look at a leader and you can say, you're not perfect, but I trust you. You're not perfect, but I think you're doing your best. You're not perfect, but you respect people. I think that's what we look for in leaders. That's what I looked for in leaders. And that's what I hope for when I look for leaders now.
And in your opinion, is the President of the United States a good leader?
I don't think his hair would have passed my command standards. No, it's a judgment we all got to make. And the reality is each of us is going to look at the President of the United States through our own lens. But what I'd say is we need to do that personally. Don't let somebody do it for you. Don't watch TV and have somebody say good, bad, up, down. We're all smart people. Force ourselves to make a judgment. And sometimes force yourselves to make a judgment standing in what you think it's like to be in his shoes. I've never been president, but I spent some time in the Oval Office. And every time I was in the Oval Office, I felt a little insecure and whatnot. And every time I got out of the Oval Office, I said, wow, that was really cool to be in there, but I'm really glad I'm not in there too much. And so we got to be empathetic for the person that is sitting or standing in that office and make our own judgments.